Some of the most spectacular views of outer space can be viewed right here on Earth with just your naked eye. Watching the Aurora Borealis, where colorful lights fill our atmosphere, can be a thrilling experience. But there's one catch. To see it, you need to travel way up north to a place like Fairbanks, Alaska. Fairbanks in the winter is one of the hotspots for observing an aurora. Well, hotspots might be a bit misleading. Today, it's negative 15 degrees Celsius as we visit the University of Alaska Fairbanks. They have a geophysical institute that has been observing the northern lights since 1946. And what exactly is the reason for this phenomenon?
Well, the aurora is fundamentally the result of activity on the sun. The sun is a hot body, and we have what we call the solar wind that is continuously coming off the surface of the sun.
When the solar wind reaches the Earth, the charged particles collide with the molecules in our atmosphere, resulting in these glorious fluorescent colors. Now, geographically, why is Alaska such a good place to see the northern lights?
The aurora is in an oval around the top of the Earth, and it comes right over here. Here in Fairbanks, if there are clear skies, more likely than not, you will see the aurora.
The University of Alaska Fairbanks also owns and manages the Poker Flat Research Range, a 5,000-acre launch facility that sends rockets into the atmosphere to conduct research, especially when there's an aurora. They do this to study the interaction between the particles that create these amazing lights. They also have a series of cameras and sensors on top of this building that gather data from our atmosphere.
So welcome to the Poker Flat Science Operation.
Cool. We caught up with Don Hampton, the optical science manager at Poker Flat, who has been studying auroras for years. Now, why study the aurora? Is it still a mystery? Is there still more to learn about it?
Some of the reasons we still study the aurora are, first of all, we're become more reliant on communicating with satellites. When the aurora happens, you're dumping a lot of energy into the upper atmosphere. If a satellite's flying around at those kind of altitudes, that satellite can actually be affected by that little bit of extra atmosphere up there. It's important to sort of understand how things like the aurora or these solar storms can affect the upper atmosphere.
The more they learn about auroras, the more they can accurately predict when they'll occur. This footage was taken by an all-sky camera, a tried-and-true piece of equipment that these scientists rely on.
It's basically a camera you can go buy off the shelf, and then on top of that, we put a fairly fancy all-sky fisheye lens. Then you can see all the aurora there is in the sky at any one time. So as you can tell, sometimes it gets cold in Alaska.
Yeah. To see where the all-sky camera is housed, we must brave the elements. Cool. Oh, this is awesome. Now, there's a lot of domes, a lot of instruments up here. Which one is the all-sky camera?
Actually, it's this one right here.
Cool.
And you can see sometimes it snows here, so we got to kind of wipe off the dome.
Yeah.
So you can take a look at it.
Or else you wouldn't be able to see anything, I
That's
gather.
right, so there it is, yeah. You can see from horizon to horizon with that dome.
Very cool. Now, this looks at the sky
That's
all
right.
the time at night, is that right?
That's right. So we've got a computer program that knows when it's light and dark, and it starts running the camera when it gets dark at night.
All types of people flock to Alaska in the wintertime, not to necessarily bask in the weather, but to get a glimpse of this spectacular space view.
It is very magical, and I still love watching the aurora. It's just fun to see the whole thing.
Coming up.
Oh, wow.
A company is working on providing a virtual reality experience in outer space.
Oh my gosh.
The experience of the Overview 1 footage would actually be like an astronaut out on EVA without the risk of dying.